morning, my creative crafty friends. This is Gloria Plunkett with Designs by Gloria. I'm here to show you how to make this cute ornament that I had on my blog the other day. I had so many requests from folks asking me how I did this that I thought I'd do a video. I'm also going to do a downloadable PDF where you can have all the products that you need and a few steps of how I created it. It's really simple, but it's so pretty. I had a fire in my home about 3 years ago, lost everything, all my ornaments, all my kids' ornaments from when they were little ones, and it just broke my heart. So I'm trying to replenish my handmade ornaments to add to my tree, and this is going to be one of them that I add this year. All right, let's get started. I'll have on the PDF all the items that I use to create this, so you don't need to write anything down. I'm just going to briefly show you here. I've got some Night of Navy cardstock, and I've stuck 4 pieces of this cardstock together with some liquid adhesive. I've also taken this, because this is a little bit bigger than my ornament, I've taken this and aligned it and used a pencil to create a circle around it. And that way, when I get ready to put my glue down, I'll know exactly where I need to put my glue so that I can stick this on top and adhere it to the base. Okay, got another circle here that we're just going to go ahead and use to add these pieces together. I've cut 2 pieces, one Night of Navy and one Sparkle Glimmer, the Mary and Joseph and the Donkey and Sparkle Glimmer, and that is from the Bethlehem Edgelets dies. I love these. And then the little star that I'm using on my ornament is actually from the Starlit Thin Lies. It's the smaller die, not sty. And you can find those items. The Night in Bethlehem stamp set is here on page 99, and it has the coordinating edgelets on page 215. It's no longer available as a bundle. I always try to get my stuff as a bundle because I like getting that 10% off. It's here on page 215. This is the Bethlehem edgelets. And then the sentiment that I used on this one is from Seasonal Chums, and that is on page 103. And it's this little sentiment right there. I've been using this set a whole lot this winter. I also wanted to share with you that you can use the hometown greetings thinlits. That has a lot of cute little buildings if you want to make it more generic or non-Christian. I want mine in a Christian theme, so that's why I'm using my Night of Bethlehem for that. Okay, so I've cut a piece. It has 2 different building dies, so I cut one out of these Sparkle Glimmer paper and one out of Night of Navy, and I just cut the whole strip. And like I said, I cut the Mary and Joseph and the Donkey, and then I used silver glimmer paper to cut the tiny little star. And all I did was, make sure I stay in frame here, I put my little village here, or buildings, to see where I wanted it. I want to make sure that little palm tree there is in the storyline. Then I kind of added this. And when I put this one down, I wanted to make sure you could see like the white behind it. So I placed it so that the white is behind the first set of buildings. And all I did was I lifted it up, holding on to it just like this, and took my scissors and trimmed it. That way I'll make sure it fit. Once I got them aligned, I didn't worry about Mary and Joseph because they're going to fit in there regardless. Okay. And that's it. That's it. Then we'll pop these on dimensionals. One other thing I did, let me show you on here. I'm not sure you can see it real good. But you see tiny little stars there? I wanted something tiny like that. So I took my craft white ink pad. I added some craft ink to the lid here. And I took my toothpick, because I wanted tiny stars, and I just did little X's. Just like that. See that? To create stars. So I kind of sprinkle those around. They'll dry a lot lighter, as our craft ink does. And that gives you a nice little star effect right there. Okay. Now, let's begin to put our buildings on. Obviously, I just use some Stampin' Dimensionals. The minis come in really handy for this as well. So I used both the regular and the mini. I just stuck them to the back of my buildings because I want them standing up and giving me a more of a 3D effect on my ornament. As you can see, these come in handy. I also use some of my larger dimensionals. Pull that one right off, didn't I? Take the backings off of here. Well, heck fire. I'm trying to rush, because I don't want my video to be too long. When I have them too long, it takes forever to upload. And I think you just wanted to get the gist of how I created this. But as you can see, super quick, super easy. And the effect is really pretty. Especially with this sparkle glimmer paper against the night of navy. It really makes it look pretty. Well, at least in my humble opinion, it does. Put a little one right there on my palm tree. Oh, come on, Gloria. All right. And we'll stick this little bad boy down here. Done. And we'll bring this one in. And again, more dimensionals. I use mucho dimensionals on this. And I'll bring in the little ones. I love these. Saves me from having to cut them into little pieces. Okay. And it really doesn't matter if you can see a little bit of the white, because it'll be against this white there. So you won't even notice them. Unless you noticed them on my other one. And you can tell me, yes I did, Gloria. By the way, if you don't have a demonstrator, I'd be honored to earn your business. If you don't have a catalog, I'd be happy to mail you one. Just drop me a note on my blog at designsbygloria.com. And I will get one out to you lickety-split. You don't have to use that many. I just love dimensionals. All right, let's get this right about maybe. Okay. Well, maybe right about there. Just sticks right on top of that. Okay, next we're gonna take Mary and Joseph and add them to the scene here. Again, the large and the small dimensionals. Put that on their head. Out of the way. When I initially made this ornament, I used the Merry Christmas from the Starlight Greetings, and I felt it was a little bit too big, so I had to remake it and made another one, which is the one that you saw on my blog. squish the middle of your dimensional, and it'll be easier to pop those backings off. All right, let's place Mary and Joseph right about there. Just remember, you don't want to go over that where that circle is, because you'll be on the outside of your ornament. Put a little piece of, actually, I think I'm going to stick this one on with another dimensional. Cute little bottle, huh? I found this bottle and I love the little tip. And I love the fact that you can use a pin and just put my Tombow glue in here. And it works great. And I get more precision placement. I think I'm going to put this right about there. And then I'm going to take my sentiment, again from the Seasonal Chums stamp set. I got a piece of scrap white here and some real red. Stamp that right about there. Not too worried about centering it because I'm going to use my punch. I don't want a whole lot of tails. Punch that. And flip it over and stick it back in here because I want a smaller cutout piece. Let's see. Let's get it back right there. Oh no, I didn't. Look what I did. Don't do what I did. Let's try that again. I'm sorry you have to see my boo-boos, but I do make them quite often. There we go. See if I can do it without smearing this. If I mess this one up, I'm going to have to pause this and go and grab another piece of white because I didn't bring too many extras. I'm not in my office. So, okay, that one worked. And this, we're also going to pop up in dimensionals. You don't have to, but that's just how I roll. All right. Add 2. And we'll pop that on right about there. It's kind of hard to see with the camera here. All right, now all we're going to do is take our glue, put a bead of glue, and I told you I had a little pencil mark there, so it'd be easier to add the glue without making a mess on my ornament. My hands are shaking because I always get nervous in front of the camera. And I'm making a big old mess. Okay. Put the pin top on. And we're gonna... Oh, we gotta put this on first too, huh? Put plenty of Tombow. I don't want it coming loose. Center that on there. And I center my little ornament on top. You're going to hold it for a few seconds because you know Tombow takes a second or two to set. While we're waiting, let me just show you this. I have these little tools. I got this at Hobby Lobby, and I have no idea where I got this. I've had it for a very long time. But I love it when, I'll show you in a minute, when I'm making my bows, because it acts as a third hand for you. You'll see what I mean in a few minutes. I would highly recommend those if you're bow challenged. Okay. And there we are. It's that simple. Not easy. Super simple, super quick, and super cute. Okay, so we got a bit of tumble. We want a little bit more on the outside. And I'll show you why in a minute. Just put it all around here. Okay. Now, I'm going to take our mini silver sequin. Mine went blank for a second. And I'm going to stick that right there and just kind of place it. Hang on a second. Gotta get this. Alright. Oh, sorry, I'm out of frame. Just place it gently all around. You don't have to do this. I just think it kind of finishes up the ornament. Let me cut that off. Oops. Give that a few seconds to dry, along with the ornament. And now we're using the silver edged ribbon. I'll show you how I make my ribbon. Okay, first I'm going to cut a little loop that I'm going to use on top. Set that apart. Then, get some off the spool, it's easier. And I do this. Figure out how big I want my ribbon. Say about that. And just loop. And loop. Do one more here. I like my ribbons fluffy. Okay. And I want a longer tail. And loop, and loop, and loop, and loop, and then bring this forward, and then this is where these tools come in handy, see, because they kind of stay shut. So I put that right there. Hold it in place, cut my ribbon, then I take this and I flip it over. Okay, tying up. To get my knot tied, I can take this off. And because, for an abundance of caution, I'm going to tie another knot. Bring these down. Sorry if you hear my dog there in the background. She's outside. She's just going to have to wait. And let's trim this one down too. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll take this, and I didn't bring my glue gun, and I'll add some hot glue right here, stick it on there, because I'm really not going to need that to hang my ornament. I'll stick this piece down, then I'll add some hot glue, and then I'll stick this ribbon down, fluff it out nice and pretty before I do, obviously. But that's basically it. That's how you create your little ornament. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to drop me a note or send me an email or whatever it is that I need to do to help you out. I'll be happy to do it. Again, if you don't have a demonstrator, I'd be happy to earn your business. And I hope y'all have a blessed day. It's Sunday here, and I hope y'all have a good one. Bye.